As we're about to begin, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few housekeeping notes to make before we begin with this program. Firstly, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this program by please switching off your microphone and switching on your camera throughout the event if possible. To everyone's knowledge, please stay tuned until the end of this webinar, as this may be your chance to win cash prizes during our quiz session on Kahoot. Best wishes to everyone. As we're about to begin, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few housekeeping notes to make before we begin with this program. Firstly, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this program. Everyone here to fill in the Google form for your attendance, which will be linked shortly in the chat box below. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Thank you very much. And now for your attendance, as shown on the screen, this is the QR code for the attendance form, and a link will also be posted on the chat box. Audiences, do fill in this Google form. Thank you. The webinar will now
Bersatu kita mengorbankan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita ingat kamilah pendukung pewaris bangsa. Kamilah pejabat bangsa Malaysia. Kamilah warga berbawa salam Lumpur.
dan salam sehati sejiwa. Welcome to the Self-Improvement and Effective Communication webinar. I'm Adlina Burhanuddin and I'll be your MC this evening for today's webinar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. I would first like to extend my warmest welcome to Yang Berusaha Puan NURBAITI BAKHTIR, a Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Malaysia. Yang Berusaha Madam Chu Se Siong, Program Advisor of the webinar Self-Improvement and Effective Communication. Saudari Nur Akila Nabila binti Musa, the Head Project of Webinar Self-Improvement Effective Communication, fellow committees and students. Praises to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we have been graced for the chance to work together in this beneficial program. To begin our journey with blessings and protection, I would first like to invite Saudara Ahmad Iskandar to lead the Dua recitation. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillah's blessing. Allahumma ya Hakim ya Hazim. Indeed, we gather here to express our earnest commitment and determination with our soul to develop, educate, and to dignify the people of our beloved motherland, to be virtuous and meritorious to our religion, our races, and our beloved homeland. Hence, do bless our gathering Do also bless all our effort, inspire in our mind and thought with wise idea, with a clear mind and wise decision. O Allah, the most gracious one, bless the most merciful one. Please let us be among those who are in your good grace. Prevent us from disobeying your orders. Award us with long-lasting health, perfect well-being, with the same mind, with an active thought, righteous fortune, and a faithful descendant and generation with long-lasting kindness here and hereafter. Amin, amin, ya rabbal alamin.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Ahmad Iskandar, for the beautiful dua recitation. Next, before we begin, I would first like to invite Sadari Akila Nabila, our project leader, to give an opening speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Saudari Adlina, yang berusaha PUAN NURBAITI Communications. I would like to thank the invited speaker, guests of honors, as well as students who are willing to spend time with us on this wonderful day on behalf of the committees. It is anticipated that everyone's presence will help enliven the session today. Before I begin, please allow webinar aims to broaden students' general knowledge of etiquette, morals, self-image, and most importantly, attitude. Last but not least, this webinar provides an excellent platform for students to begin learning how to develop themselves to become the greatest version of themselves. My honor to thank all the participants who volunteered to take part in this forum. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughtful speech, Saudari Akila. Alright, before we begin, and to everyone's knowledge, this webinar's effective communication is conducted with the purpose of educating and informing students on how to communicate effectively as well as its importance. This will be an impactful starting point for students to improve their communication skills both when studying and when entering the workforce. And before we proceed to the next slide, let me first introduce our speaker for today's webinar. PUAN NURBAITI BAKHTIR is assigned by the Jabatan Penerangan Malaysia as a Public Relations Officer at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Malaysia. And not only that, but PUAN NURBAITI's
the MC for today. Before I proceed, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what about visual? I just want to check on the technical before we proceed.
Yes, please do. Yep.
Okay. Thank you again, Miss Adlina, and yang berusaha, Madam Chu Zesiong. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Lecturer from the faculty, student, and I would like to thank the committee for inviting me for a session called as Effective Communication Skills. And actually, I am not officially qualified to give a talk on this, but I am a PR practitioner, so I hope that so that it can benefit, you can gain something from this session. But during my session, please feel free to ask if you have any question, yeah? Okay, so before I proceed, how many of you in this session, if I may? B. No, you are from different classes or different course, yeah? Okay, whatever it is, okay, this is for the subject of professional etiquette for hotelier, am I right? This is for international business, degree of international business. Okay, do you have my slide with you? Can someone help me to assist me? Is it Hafiz? Can somebody assist me? Adelina has introduced me before this. Okay, so do you have any question based on my background if you want to ask? Anybody would like to know more about me? Why I'm here?
If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box or you can unmute your microphone.
Sorry?
For those who have questions,
Yeah.
you can put it on the chat box.
Okay, let's start, yeah. Okay, I know this is afternoon session, so everybody semua easily fell sleepy, fell asleep. Okay, so we will start. Okay, what is the first visual that you can see from the first slide? What is that? Samuel. Okay, this is part of communication. Okay, visual is also part of communication. It is important. The message that I want to send is that since this is afternoon session, so we need coffee. Okay, and then the coffee I can serve you coffee throughout the presentation. Okay, you can see later on. Okay, firstly, how to start? Okay, I was a lecturer before this, teaching diploma in communication and media study, MC 110. It's a twinning program. If I'm not mistaken, about six semesters. I moved to Shah Alam actually to further my study, and but it's a halfway master degree until semester 3, and then I have been offered to work with one of FMB what we call supplier for Unilever Food Solution and Kimberly Clark, and we have few other big brands there. That is a little bit some experience that I gained before I joined the civil service. Okay, I am now the public relation officer with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and I am now practicing public relations. While my formal education is in advertising, degree in mass communication, UiTM, majoring in advertising. Okay, so can we turn to the next slide, please? Okay, basically I'm going to, so maybe some of the element we can consider as important compared to others, compared to all being listed in the textbook. But I go through some of the elements highlighted online. There are 10 elements, 7 elements, whatever element it is, berapa element pun, the weightage of each element will depend on your workforce punya setup. Okay, so I'm going to highlight roughly a few elements that is can be said important during you punya working what we call world nanti. And then the power of good communication. Okay, so I am no longer an academia, so you can define effective communication and good communication. Okay, that's two different things, but I'm going to share some of the power of good communication. Okay, at the workplace. Okay, and then the last part is preparing for your future career. Okay, but as I go through, you can ask question. Okay, you can just on your mic, or how Miss Adlina you want it to be, just let them know. Whether they have to raise your hand and then ask question. Okay, next, again, coffee. I'm going to serve you coffee throughout the presentation. Yeah, visually. Okay, can we move to the next, please? But this is the problem, online communication. I feel like talking alone. Someone on your mic and talk to me. Yeah, this is part of communication, am I right? But we have to get
Yes.
to ourselves to use get to use with all these technology things lah, especially masa COVID dulu. It's quite challenging at the beginning, and we're getting used with it now. And then I tengok sekejap lagi orang ni left, it's internet connection, am I right? So this is one of the barriers lah in communication actually. Okay, so the first, I think this is based on my experience. Yeah, no matter which organisation you are attached to, tak kira lah masa I jadi lecturer ke, masa I jadi kerja with BSH International, BSH Malaysia Sdn Bhd, it's a FMB punya area, and then in government, same. The first thing is you have to listen. I think this is one of the important element in effective communication, in good communication, okay? But in general, in communication, like what you are doing right now, listen to me, am I right? Okay? Yes, but it can go together actually. It depends. Sometimes you didn't realize the element or the effective communication that you are practicing right now. You know, but this is just on the textbook. Okay, being a good listener is one of the best way to be a good communicator. Yes, like what you are doing. If you are able to listen to me, listen carefully. Okay, your boss gives you instruction and you listen and then you ask if you are not sure. You ask to make you keep on asking. Don't ask the question. Okay, if you listen carefully, you will if you don't understand. At the end, you are able to perform or you are able to deliver the job that being assigned to you effectively, just like how effective you are communicating. Okay, and then listening shows respect. Okay, this is something that you have to show respect to others in order for you to be respected. Okay, so empathy, problem with the children, they have problem with their spouse, and then they have problem at home like food transportation and whatsoever. If you have this, show empathy, you listen and you show empathy, it will help to create a positive environment. Okay, but janganlah every single okay, that come later. Faculty or where? At home? Is it at your class or where? In your
Some of
class?
us are at campus.
At our faculty.
A faculty. Okay. Yeah, so like when you listen to me, it shows respect, to those who is giving the presentation in front. The presenter has to be flexible also. Okay, this is one of the most important and the longest explanation, I hope. Okay, can we move to the next point I would like to highlight? Okay, the second one is non-verbal cues. Okay, as you know, we have verbal, we have non-verbal. Presentation is getting boring and boring. Baru second slide.
No, we're good.
No. Okay, but I can read the facial expression showing like betul-betul speaker ni cakap. You know that kind of thing.
His face memang macam tu.
Oh, dia memang macam tu. Who's that? Sharp is on my screen. Sorry, I'm not IT savvy. I don't know who to everybody's name. But I hope, okay, this is very important. Whereby you tengok, pay attention to others' non-verbal language, like what I'm doing. Okay, I have because limitation, we are online right now. So you tak boleh nampak my physical, the whole physical body. I punya whole body. So that nampak lah. If I'm nervous, maybe I buat something that can show that I'm nervous, so you can see from there. Okay, like you all, if you are getting boring, nanti lama-lama I tengok, nanti mula-mula tengok, lama-lama dah tak tengok, tengok phone. Okay, you have to pay attention to this assigned to present in front. So the project that you are doing with, or the company or the business that you are doing with too, is not that fancy. It's like a dull and a very with all the Canva lah, apalah semua, you can design all your slide to make it very interesting, and then you can have movement dalam tu, ada video, ada animation, simple animation. Okay, so to help your audience to pay attention to you. Otherwise, you have to read dia punya non-verbal cues, like playing with their pencil. This is what challenging you. Okay, you're presenting in front, and then tak puas hati, then you have to read all this thing. Okay, and then rolling eye. Sorry, Zulaika.
Face expression.
Sorry.
Face expression.
And
Face expression. Yeah, like okay. So by the same measure, you should be conscious of your own body language too. Okay. This is a reminder not only to you, to me myself juga, okay, to everybody. Sometimes unconsciously kita buat, okay, especially when you receive like kind of annoying instruction, not a constructive instruction, where the instruction is everywhere. You pun tak tahu apa betul ke tak bos ni minta ni, betul ke dia nak apa sebenarnya, where is the direction. Okay, so in semester 5.
Seven.
Yeah, 7 subject. Out of 7 subject tu mesti ada banyak macam-macam lecturer kan. Some are interesting, some are very the tone that they use to is flat, but they are all your lecturer, they are all educated, they are all qualified to teach you, but that one is kita human lah. Okay, tak semua orang boleh senyum all the time, am I right? Hafiz boleh ke senyum all the time? Dari awal I tengok you nampak macam boring je. I'm reading your non-verbal cues. Okay,
No.
okay, the next. Sorry lah, I ni IT save tak berapa IT savvy sangat, tak berapa pandai lah slide-slide yang apa ni digital ni. Okay, this is respect. Okay, when in communication untuk your maybe you have one class rep that is sikit higher than the rest. Okay, sikit je lah class rep je kan. Okay, but when you enter the working world nanti, you have a different hierarchy. Okay, especially when you go to government. Dan we'll have like lagi banyak hierarchy lah. Officer, dia ada hierarchy, dia officer. First, before you respond to my question, that is one of that show your respect, okay? But not every time, okay? You can practice that. When it comes to presenting your ideas, thought, or your project, sometimes you can interject, okay? But in a manner, okay? Okay. For example, in a meeting, okay, you're meeting with a different few level of working level, okay, you are the boss, big boss, okay, and then you are the immediate supervisor. Okay, when in a meeting, you should know when to initiate a communication and when to respond. Okay, maybe sometimes you have to let them finish. I know sometimes you disagree with certain ideas or respond from your colleague. But you can choose the best way to respond. Okay? Okay, I agree with you, Putri, but I think my idea is so and so. Okay? You should be able to use, kat sini you go back and practice your muet punya, is it muet? M-U-E-T, is it muet kan? The English punya, yes, the English conversation punya, what do we call, exam tu kan? Yeah.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, that one masa I buat muat dulu, I am like you all juga. I was I experienced the same macam you all juga. Masa diploma dulu, benda lah muat-muat ni, you know. You have to comply with all this thing. You have to buat listening skill, listening exam and then conversation. When very important, okay, sebab semua tu akan relate dalam hidupan you, especially when it come to like this. This subject is very cliche, you know, effective communication. Macam kita tak pandai communicate buat tajuk ni, no, because this is very broad, very subjective, okay. Boleh misinterpret, macam I buat muka serius pun cakap belagaknya speaker ni, okay. Senyum terlebih pun orang boleh misinterpret, gila ke apa, kan. While itu memang you punya character, but if you kenal, when you work in a group, when you started to know each other well, and you have all this empathy, good communication, effective communication whatsoever, then kita akan harmony. Okay, sama juga when you dekat kerja nanti. Okay, next. Okay, this is important juga, clarity and concision. Okay. One of the biggest problem nowadays that I can see when it comes to clarity is this online method. Maybe using phone better. Kan phone ada filter kan, tak cantik pun jadi cantik. Am I right?
Never mind, madam.
Kan? You all ada filter ke tu?
Natural
Ada.
Why I seorang je tak cantik?
Iskandar
Apa
ada.
madam, cute je.
natural beauty lagi cantik.
Sorry, I think because of this thing, okay, there's no clarity. And then bila cakap pun sama microphone, okay, when you have this mic, sometimes you punya movement tu akan ada noise, you know. Apa message pun tak sampai, ngengok bunyi nasa. These are all the things lah, but benda ni can be can be avoided when you use face-to-face communication, okay. Tapi you have to get to use lah with both. Bila you kerja nanti, contohnya if you are going to corporate punya sector like Shell, Petronas, semua tu, diorang memang implement working from home. Okay, so you have to get to use with all these things juga. And plus face to face, okay. Kalau dalam government ni, well, sometimes lately ni kita ada juga working from home. So we have to, I have like 90s punya ni, untuk gamers ni, I'm not a gamer. Okay, so I don't want to use that. Okay, this is one of the among the barriers that you have to pay attention lah when you work. Okay, it's important to be clear and audible. This is also go back to human punya nature. Tak semua orang cakap clear, am I right? Setengah orang cakap English, cakap bahasa Inggeris tak clear. Malay dia okay. Some tak clear Malaynya, English better. Okay, it depends lah. Okay, some bercakap you pun tak faham apa dia cakap, so you have to practice. This one need to be practice. I know we are born with sometimes kita pun that's how we are, betul? Tapi this one like clarity ni benda yang you boleh practice. How you want to practice? Okay, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. I was a lecturer before. Okay, for Diploma Masscom, we have interview. Okay, before for the admission, one of the requirement is interview. So I will be interviewing the student together with UiTM punya lecturer yang akan datang. Normally, most of the time from Salam, they will come to the college and then sit together with me and few other lecturers. At that time, I was the program coordinator. So we'll conduct an interview. Okay. Siapa nak masuk Masscom kena interview. Okay, so kita panggil lah, memang ramai lah candidate. So we divide into a few groups and join Masscom. And she said nak baca berita. Okay, nak baca berita. And then I cakap ke dia, okay, what is kita suruh lah, normally kita akan suruh dia buat apa yang dia cakap tu kan. Okay, cuba baca berita semua. And then I can see that she has something, you know, which we can consider. Okay, and I asked her, what are you doing? What is your hobby lah masa ni to kill your time? And she said, saya suka berlakon depan cermin. Okay, now I know how she practice all this communication, how dia practice dia punya nak jadi newscaster ni lah kan. Okay, so dia one of her hobby is because dia kata dia tak banyak kawan. Okay, so what she did before the interview was dia selalu cakap dengan cermin, berlakon. Dia kata, saya suka berlakon, jadi puteri, jadi macam-macam. Okay, sometimes it can be interpreted negatively by some interviewer, but if you can see something dalam dia, boleh kita cuba and end up as bagus, memang bagus pun. Okay, I hope sekarang dia dah berjaya menjadi cita-cita dia lah after few years. Okay, and then read the room to see how others are communicating. This is very important. Dalam kelas you, maybe you punya what do we call I lost a lot of word hari ni, because I am attracted to few other things. I am so sorry. Okay, when in a working punya environment, the real working environment, nanti you will have like some meeting, discussion, having your own business in the future. So when you want to have discussion with your future client, for example, you read the room, see how others are communicating. But this one is more suitable to be implemented to junior officer when you enter an organization, particularly in a government organization. Okay, see how the tone that they use, whether this is serious ke, kalau ada joke sikit tu, then you know lah how the tone, the surrounding and how you want to be part of them. Okay, bukan everything semua serius-serius, kita tengah discuss pasal sale yang dah drop 3-4 bulan, suddenly you buat joke yang unacceptable joke. Okay, so you have to ni lah. I know sometimes it's good, tapi tak boleh diterima oleh semua orang. Okay, especially if you're not the business owner, lagi lah. Okay, if you're the business owner, then it's different, but you have to watch you punya other communication techniques. Okay, if you marah, tak puas hati, okay, go back to the previous one, like body language, facial expression, tone and intonation that you use. Okay, to maintain the harmony of the situation, and then speak clearly and politely. Clearly tu I think shouldn't be any problem. Kita semua boleh cakap. Okay, we are lucky, boleh cakap elok. Politely tu I think we are having problem. Okay, bukan I je, bukan you all je. Memang suka ular-ular. Nanti kat kerja nanti pun sama juga. Okay, so bila macam tu kita tendency to become sedikit rude tu ada. But to maintain that tu it's quite difficult, but you can practice. Okay, Jadi sekarang you dah nampak kan berapa ramai kawan-kawan dalam kelas you yang you rasa macam tak boleh lah kerja dengan dia ni, tak boleh lah. Tak apa, lepas kerja ni you akan bawa haluan masing-masing, betul? But when you masuk dalam the real working punya world nanti, you akan jumpa lagi macam-macam from different background, from different age group. Okay, that is very important. I just give a real example in myself. Okay, I have my team. I am one of the supervising creative unit kat sini juga. Okay, so I am dealing with the oldest in the division, 60 tahun, cameraman, boss. Dan you tak puas hati, but you punya staff tu 20-30 tahun tua lagi daripada you. How? It is not easy. Okay. But you have to belajar lah how to control your emotion and speak politely, okay? The next one. I think this is the last one for this part. Okay, confidence. This is important. Okay, ada presentation dalam kelas? Do you have presentation in class?
Ada.
Yes, ada.
How the presentation is conducted nowadays? Mana?
Some are recorded, some are live in class.
Okay, so how many of you feel that I think dulu zaman-zaman I belajar dulu, it was back in tahun 2001, 2002, 2003 dulu, we only have like face-to-face punya presentation, face-to-face punya meeting, conversation. So sometimes we don't have this confidence, especially when you are facing all those senior lecturers, professor Madya. You will feel like macam betul ke apa aku cakap ni, kan? Especially when the presentation is in English. Dulu-dulu lah, okay? Because we are not a native speaker of English. Sometimes we are more comfortable in Malay. Sama juga, sometimes the message tu lagi sampai dalam bahasa Melayu, or to some people, you prefer to use English. You think the message tu lagi clear when you use English, okay? Tapi tak boleh lah pukul ratakan semua orang sama macam kita. Loh, orang yang gila dah ni, speak English. Grammatical error berterabur dalam ayat tu. Kawan you dah start buat muka. Go back to the first few slide tu, facial expression. Lepas tu you pula setengah-tengah tu you baru sedar, betul ke aku cakap tadi ni ya? Ada ED ke, tak ada ED ke, ING ke, that is normal. Okay, that is normal because we are not a native speaker. This is second language untuk kita. Tak tahulah, maybe some of you memang dah first language you English. Okay, tak ada masalah. So benda-benda ni adalah akan affect you punya confidence level. Okay, so before you pergi dunia pekerjaan betul, okay, you analyse yourself. Okay, sebelum you minta kerja tu, for example, okay, the kalau yang what will happen around the corner is that you nak masa I dulu ada satu cohort lama tu whereby kita punya internship in semester 5, so you have to go back to the faculty satu semester lagi, semester 6. Tapi when masa internship they offer you good, so ada jugalah yang bye-bye, sayang lah kan. So semester 6 is good lah. Kalau you pergi tempat yang you rasa you feel okay, this is what you punya ni dream punya kerja, so maybe you can start to think of semua elemen-elemen ni. You nampak macam simple, nampak macam klise. Communication je, takkanlah benda tu pun nak ni hari-hari berkomunikasi pun kan. In fact, you communicate through WhatsApp, tu semua communication, verbal, written, okay, semua tu communication, text messages, visual, apa you put dekat social media tu is also communication. What is that? It's a visual communication. Okay, sekejap lagi kita screenshot ni, kita buat story, itu pun visual communication. What is the message that you want to send? Okay, macam I mungkin lah, bangganya hari ni jadi speaker, dekat dengan UiTM, bangganya alumni, okay, UiTM, okay. And then the message tu it's individual lah, it depends lah. Kalau macam my message mungkin this is part of my portfolio, okay. But to other speakers, it different. Sama macam you. Mungkin Nur Aini, what is that? Ain, okay. To Nur Ain, this is to show that you know how active you are, okay. Hari-hari ada update, it depend. The message depend. Tapi we go back to communication, okay. All communication. So you have to present your idea, especially confidently bila kerja nanti. That is the keyword. Okay, cakap pun Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Punya lama nak tunggu introduction bila nak habis. You know, kita kerja sekarang, every international business ni tendency untuk you pergi corporate punya company tu very high. Okay, kerja Shell, kerja Exxon Mobil, okay, kerja mana-mana lagi lah yang you rasa yang you have interest into kan, ataupun yang telah dituliskan, ditakdirkan, like working with your parents yang dah ada business. Okay, so whatever it is, confidence penting. Okay, tapi I rasa if you are doing your own business, nak senyum ke, nak macam mana? Ada some company, I went to Facebook punya office di KL. I tengok ramai Melayu, tak ramai pun, I mean Malaysian, not to say Melayu lah, ramai Malaysian, that's the right word. This is communication, choosing the right word. Okay, tak ramai Malaysian. Okay, so how do we ni okay, everybody hello. Okay, so I tengok 2-3 orang hello. Orang yang seterusnya tu I lalu sebelum dia cakap hello, I dulu hello. Okay, so with confidence. So nanti you pun sama when you pergi kerja. Okay, kalau you dalam F&B ataupun hotel, itu lagilah the finesse tu, you know, you belajar lah. I tak belajar that detail kan, you all belajar. Whatever you belajar hari ni, you implement. You know, sometimes you feel that's burden today. I dah went through you punya zaman. Okay, I dah belajar diploma, I dah belajar degree dulu. Yang I rasa benda lah belajar tak apa-apa ni. But when it come bila you dah kerja, you betul-betul enter the working environment, you rasa bila you ni, oh you akan relate balik with the one yang you belajar dulu. Okay, Putri, you want to talk to me?
Yes, madam.
Madam, what do you think on people? Oh, you all ada post question ke kat bawah ni? Maaf lah. Saya tak tahu.
Putri asked, Madam, what do you think of people who are confident when it comes to writing but not in speaking?
Oh, okay. Okay. This is a good question. Confident in writing but not in speaking. Okay. When it comes to writing, okay, bila you tahu that is your strength, okay, Putri, from now, okay, I am not expert, okay, I'm not a consultant, okay, I'm here just want to share whatever that I have, whatever that can be shared dengan you all, and then there's no right or wrong, okay, because this subject, kalau exam tu yes, kalau dia kata ada 7 effective communication skill, you have to memorize all the 7, okay, but when it comes to implementation, when it comes to the real life, there's no right and wrong, okay, if you think that you are good in writing, my advice is go for something like ramai orang pandai cakap dan tulis. Okay, tak ramai yang pandai tulis. Take this as your strength. Okay, you can go to social media, content creator, okay, atau copywriting, because copywriting it is not a fancy job di Malaysia lah. Okay, because my background is advertising kan. But that is what trend okay sekarang. That is the trend sekarang. But don't go for, I tak tahu lah, I might be biased lah. Don't go for a big copywriter for social media yang pelik-pelik ni lah, okay? For marketing purpose je tu kan, yang buat apa-apa. Go for something like, you can be a writer, okay? You can write book, okay? You tengok you punya strength. Whether, I know you guys sekarang ni, you punya exposure is different compared to our time, okay? We have to go and you rasa you good at economy punya things, writing news ke apa, go for journalism. Don't worry, you have degree in something else, you buat kerja lain, itu normal sekarang ni. Sometimes we don't have choice. We are not the one who choose that sekarang, okay?
True.
Dulu-dulu lain lah, because the seat is limited. Tak ramai orang boleh dapat seat tu. I want to become a lawyer, so I apply je lah Foundation of Law sampai 187, semua Foundation of Law, semua universiti. Itu you show you punya interest. But at the end, you tak dapat offer tu pun. Okay, because of this the selection process tu, I am not good at that. Tapi I tahulah the selection process tu dia akan tengok apa subjek yang you dapat semua, which you good, you are strong at. Tapi sebenarnya what you are strong at tu zaman kita sekolah is different lah compared to zaman university, whereby you dah explore diri you more. Okay, now you know what is your strength. Like you Putri, it's good, you know you punya strength in writing. Go for something. If you suka yang fancy thing, kalau dulu I would like to suggest become writer untuk magazine. If you like fashion, you go for fashion magazine, lifestyle magazine. Go for something that you love to. I have few colleagues, they are not juga untuk TikTok. So kerja dia tengok gelak dia. Tapi dia adalah segmen dia. Like for Malaysia, for Philippines, they filter lah all this information or whatever that came from untuk TikTok Malaysia. Dia kata dia not good at writing, she's not good at cakap pun tak nak, because nak cakap dengan orang kan. So bagi dia tengok 24 jam. Okay, so it's good for you to know apa you punya strength. Okay, next, that is the key element of communication. Okay, communication methods. Okay, ni pun penting. Kenapa I rasa macam tak cukup masa? Okay, this is very very important when you kerja nanti. Hari ni you got no choice. You have to cakap dalam WhatsApp group. I believe semua orang ada WhatsApp group kan? Okay, go to you punya kelas WhatsApp group. By hook or by crook you have to respond to your lecturer, betul? Ada ke yang ada lecturer? Ada WhatsApp group yang ada lecturer? Tak apalah, group yang tak ada lecturer tu kita buat asing lah. But yang ada lecturer tu you have to respond to your lecturer. Important. Contohnya you nak MC nanti. What is the best method yang you rasa you nak cakap dengan bos you ataupun you punya immediate supervisor? You going to text him or her? WhatsApp je lah, malas lah. Tak sakit tekak pun sebenarnya, tapi nak cakap MC sebab sakit tekak kan. Nanti call, bocor pula rahsia, dengar ombak laut kat belakang, dengar bunyi. Okay tu, the intonation tu can be misinterpreted. Okay, for example, like my okay, like okay boss, okay. Like apa ni, initial O, I mean apa ni, capital O, AY tu small letter. Okay boss. Okay, while some of you boleh cakap K je huruf besar. K. K. Okay, kalau you, sorry? How you rasa K tu? Tone you mungkin berbeza dengan tone orang yang baca. Betul? Okay, katalah dalam WhatsApp group tu ada 7 orang. Yang seorang K, seorang baca K. Cakap dengan bos K, wahai dia punya maksud tu K tu paling mesra. Tu dia. Okay? So I, okay, 40 kali okay dah. Okay? Tapi okay I tu maksudnya I terima benda tu, I tak ada rejection. I don't have any objection towards instruction ke whatsoever dalam tu. That is intonation. Intonation yang you kena, you tak dapat lah when, okay? Correct, dia main suka-suka hati je autocorrect. Especially when you dah used to English, when you type in Malay, so dia autocorrect lah to English kan. Tak apa-apa. So that is very important. Choose the right medium when you work nanti. Okay? You respond to something, payah-payah sangat kita buat video. You know, I am from Penang, so kalau I ada slang-slang sikit tu sorry. Okay? Tapi kalau bila you kerja nanti, are you going to do the same? Sometimes kalau you betul-betul kerja dekat site, yang you betul-betul nak tunjuk the situation kat sana, the real situation dekat site, apa ke, maybe you perlukan benda-benda macam tu. Hari ni mungkin kita rasa so funny. This is part of the joke Puan Betty punya talk. Tapi in the future, it might be relevant. You think of that. Okay? Contohnya, you are in textile punya industry. Okay? You nak tunjuk the warehouse or whatsoever machinery yang baru. Take into consideration the limitation lah. Kejap lagi, Betty left the group. Betty left end the call sebab internet dan sebagainya. Okay? These are all the noise lah in communication. You belajar in theory tapi in reality itulah dia. Betul je sebenarnya. Cuma kita tak guna the right terms lah bila cakap. Okay? Contohnya mak ni noise lah. Memang tak lah kan. Okay? But that is noise lah. Okay? Okay. I think this is the last one yang I nak highlight. Okay? This is not sorry? Okay,
yes, take a break.
Okay, responsiveness. Can I finish these 2 slides first, Adelina?
Yes, fine.
Okay, responsiveness. Okay, when you kerja nanti, this is very important. Okay, first dia kata lah ni dia kata dalam user. Okay, when you receive some information ataupun news ataupun instruction, you check first. Okay, ataupun
tak pasti jangan kongsi.
Ya, tak pasti jangan kongsi. You suka-suka je main kongsi. You forward pula. Ni group ni je tau. Jangan bagi kat orang lain lagi tak confirm. Yang group ni pula bagi kat you je tau. Jangan bagi kat orang lain tak confirm. Ni pula bagi kat habis satu dunia. Okay. Responsiveness is very important. Dan bila you kerja nanti. Okay, whereby you respond to calls. Sometimes kalau you, contoh lah, kalau you are in hotel industry, you might not be stationed dekat satu tempat je. Okay, you akan jalan offer pergi degree tu kan. Okay, memang kita tak station kat satu tempat dan memang semua kena cakap senyum-senyum manis je lah kan. Front desk lah tu kan. Semuanya tak kena, betul? That's why I said this is very subjective. There's no right or wrong, okay? So responsiveness, you might miss few calls, okay? Tengoklah how, you duduk je, you terus return to few calls. But you have to be selective lah, tengoklah yang mana yang penting dulu. Kalau yang geng-geng bas sekolah tu tak payah return lagi, kejap lagi lah. Okay? And then return respond to the most ni dulu. Okay, you return call, jawab email. Jawab email bila you kerja. Okay, sekarang you can have acknowledge, terima. Okay, simple je. This is to acknowledge receipt of your email. Thank you sir, thank you ma'am, thank you, whatever. Okay. Sometimes bila you kerja dekat corporate sector nanti, it is less formal bila you communicate through email. Because I work with private sector before this, it is less formal compared to dalam government lah. Government, it has to be formal lah sikit. Yeah, yelah, because you are replying on behalf of your boss sebenarnya kalau dalam government ni. Okay, so jangan jadi the first yang to respond to everything ya. As macam I cakap tadi, dengar je tu dia terbakar dekat division sana, terus forward. Terbakar tu tahun 2017 semua. Okay, so you have to check first sometime. Okay, responsiveness, it depends. Okay, fast, how fast, then you have to check the fact first. Okay, last coffee, then we have perempuan cantik ni pegang coffee. Next slide please. Okay, include everyone. Like what I'm trying to do sekarang lah. I would like to include everyone. I wish I can call semua orang. Wardina, no miss, we are focused. Weh, dah pandai baca teks. Okay, Wardina. Okay, you have to include everyone. Okay, you might be stationed somewhere else. Okay, for example, you buat outstation punya thing. So, katakanlah you kerja dengan oil and gas. Okay, you nak pergi site visit ke apa ke. So, you have to keep everyone, you must ada WhatsApp group whatsoever kan. So you update. You don't have to update the details sometimes. Okay, you just update the progress je. Okay, so and so have been checked. Okay, so and so has been confirmed. Okay, just that. So that everybody dalam team tu being included. Okay, but jangan overdo ya. This is what happening kalau you kerja nanti. You nak show yang you kerja, you put everything, ambil gambar sana, gambar sini. Sekali buka WhatsApp group, 10 gambar. No, don't. Okay, you have to consider others. Tak semua orang nak rajin, nak download gambar you, buka satu-satu. Okay, it show respect juga sometimes dalam group. The communication. Respect not necessarily be face to face. Belum kira selfie lagi. Okay, what is the message that you are trying to sampaikan? You seorang je kerja, please avoid that. Okay, you have to respect the members of the group. Okay, respect is the keyword. Again, dulu mungkin secara traditionally, all this elements ni come when it has a face-to-face communication lah. When it evolve, so you have to consider yang non-verbal and written communication juga. Okay, respect. Kalau social media tu memang selalu you akan katalah suka hati lah, Facebook aku nak tulis apa, bubuh je lah, tak apa. Yang tu tak kacau group. Kalau I tak buka contoh, you buat satu post, you tengok okay, open house, office you, ada 3 gambar kat depan, klik untuk 80 more, tak apa, tu you seorang, 80 more. I tak nak klik pun, it's okay. But don't buat dalam WhatsApp group, okay? So you have to consider lah, but you have to include everyone, but be careful lah with benda-benda macam tu. Okay, bila you kerja betul-betul nanti, you are working, kita tahu you are working, tapi you have to know lah your limitation. Okay, apa yang nak share, when to share, berapa banyak nak share. Okay, 3 gambar I think orang masih boleh terima. Okay, video-video, time-time ni lah nak share video, cakap dia dah sampai meeting dengan klien, siap bubuh video, lepas tu kawan tu pula tengah mesyuarat, buka-buka, tengah pula cakap pula. Kan, ada satu meeting room tengok you. Okay, it happen. Reason gelap tau, it happen. You berlaku dalam kelas tak apa, kena kerja shell, malu je. Okay, faham tak? Okay, kita take 5-minute breaks boleh? How long lagi I ada masa?
You have 20 more minutes, Puan.
20 minit je.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, tak apa. Well, kita take 5-minute break. Siapa nak tanya soalan, tanyalah. Boleh tanya kalau nak tanya.
All audiences, if you have any questions that you want to ask Puan NURBAITI, you can put it in the chat box below and I'll read it out.
Okay, you guys can call me Betty.
Puan Betty. Okay.
Muhammad Haziq.
Does anyone have any questions?
Madam,
Yeah.
do you like experience a bad situation involving communication?
Yeah, most of the time miscommunication. Miscommunication whereby the message, when you have hierarchy in working environment nanti kan, especially when you enter public government punya sector lah, you will have hierarchy. So you cannot simply go straight to your big boss. You have satu boss lagi after you. Okay, sometimes when the message, the instruction, sementara nak sampai kat you ada 2-3 layer. So the one yang sampai kat you is not the one yang the big boss want to. Okay, that is one of the problem lah, ataupun a case study yang you boleh tengok lah in a real working environment. Okay, I think it happen everywhere. Like you tak masuk kelas, lecturer you bagi assignment, your group mates yang sampaikan kat you lain, lecturer you suruh lain pula yang dia bagi tahu you. So at the end, so when you have this when you practice effective communication ni, you memang tak realise you are practicing it, tapi you try your best lah. You boleh minimize you punya conflict, and then you can increase you punya effectiveness. You can deliver. Yang I experience is mostly because of the message is not clear. Okay, lain disuruh buat, lain yang buat. Kuala I akan buat yang lain tu lah. Okay, but you have to bear lah the consequences lah, kena marah. That is normal. And then disagreement. Okay, when it comes to meeting, when you want to present something, especially when you work with private sector, when I was with BSH dulu, we have meeting with Kimberly Clark, sometimes with FNN, because I'm the one who handle FNN dairy product or chill product, susu. Biasa minum susu farmhouse tu, it is not easy lah. It is not easy. Okay, you have to have the confidence first. Confidence saja tak cukup Yang itu yang I cakap very surface. Yang I share with you is very surface. That is just a communication skill je. Secondly, fact lah. You have to check your fact. You have to be confident dengan betul lah together. These two things is very important. Like it come hand in hand lah. Okay. You need to have your punya fact ready with you in order for you to present. Okay. And how you argue, I think there's no problem with the word argue. Okay, we can argue, but in the most respect way lah. Okay, you argue with fact, you argue with the disagreement tu, it happen everywhere lah. Then it evolve. You pergi sekolah. When you pergi sekolah lagi challenging sometimes sebab dia peer group. Peer group ni you punya ego level tu lebih kurang sama. You know, like yelah kita sama-sama baru nak explore, kita sama-sama baru nak belajar all this thing. Okay, so the level tu is, you know, quite sama kan. So when you enter diploma degree, sama juga.
It's like macam tak nak kalah macam tu.
Yeah, tentu you have to, you know, you have to you tengok lah, you read the room macam I cakap tadi. Tengok macam mana. Adakah semua memang jenis cakap serius-serius je ke? Semua tunjuk graph tu kan? When you are in, sorry?
Macam Hafiz.
Macam Hafiz, dia suka graph dengan chart ke? Tak apa Hafiz, it's okay. If you like those things, make it fancy. Bagi cantik. Graph you bagi cantik. Bagi I tengok lama-lama dan read. It is not easy to make people read nowadays, especially when you have social media, clutter, bersepah-sepah iklan. Okay, so sometimes zaman sekarang, I background advertising kan, this is part of communication, visual communication. Okay, bila you dalam marketing atau advertising punya ni, tak kisah, you dalam business je, you will of course akan belajar marketing, right? You nak market your product, you nak market your boss punya, your company's product atau your own product, marketing is very important. Okay, first, macam mana you nak lari daripada all this clutter? Okay, when you scroll, you nampak semua rubbish. Okay, sometimes masa zaman sekarang ni, I think less is more. You dalam company, okay, kita tidak semua bernasib baik. You kena terima hakikat ni. Hari ni kita belajar, kita cita-cita nak buka company sendiri, nak jadi founder, kita ada cita-cita nak kerja shell. Tapi it has been written to us. Kita punya takdir ataupun kita punya destinasi kan. So you have to accept je. Bila you contohnya lah, you bekerja company kecil biasa je. Contohlah company kecil biasa. Okay. Dekat tempat pun yang bukanlah tempat yang fancy-fancy macam Munkira, macam Salam, macam Bandar Melaka, mungkin tempat yang biasa je. Tapi you dipertanggungjawabkan sebagai HR. Okay, sekarang ni you nak kena check for Facebook. Okay, go for Facebook. Facebook lah apa information yang nak letak. This is all communication. Okay, are you going to load everything? Dapat so dapat EPF, gaji 5,000, tak termasuk allowance sara diri, ada segala macam-macam. Are you going to put all this thing? Okay, find the best. What is your selling point? Your selling point maybe menawarkan khusus. It depends lah. Sometimes dengan who is your target audience. Okay, if you think lagi. Okay.
Okay. To all the other questions you can ask at the end of our Q&A section later on.
Boleh. Okay, we continue. Okay, I would like to switch from effective communication to good communication. Okay, the power of good communication at the workplace. Okay, why this is very important? Because the skill too can help you to be competitive in job searching nanti. Okay. Mungkin you ada you want to be in certain industry. Some of you might be interested into hotel industry, tourism. Some of you ada nak try kerja tempat lain dulu before you run your own business. You want to gain experience whatsoever. So it helps you to be competitive. Okay. Why did I say so? Orang tak kenal you lagi ni, baru nak apply kerja kan? Okay. Tak apa, kita ambil yang paling dekat dengan you, internship. Do you need to apply for your internship?
Yes.
Okay, start with your resume. Resume is a written communication. A well-structured resume akan reflect who you are. Okay, jangan buat sebab lecturer suruh nak minta tempat for internship je. Don't buat suka-suka hati because the company is your cousin punya company, because that one is your bapak saudara punya company ke apa. No, this is presenting, selling yourself. You're not selling yourself. So buat a well structured resume, sebab yang akan tengok HR tu bukanlah the owner of the company itself. Okay, they have their own especially when it comes to middle to big size company, they have their own HR punya division yang akan tengok all this thing, yang might be a potential of you punya employee in the future kat company lain juga. Okay, because dunia ni kecil je kan. Okay, so this is your written punya communication skill. A well structured, straightforward, don't buat a lengthy punya resume. Okay, put all the fact in, especially kemas is the right word I think. Okay, masa saya kerja di private dulu, the first day you boleh tengok dia ada banyak template for creative punya resume. You can explore that. But sometimes be extra careful, tak semua employer akan terima lah creative resume. Some might be masih traditionalist lah, they go for conventional punya way of presenting the resume. Okay, so you study lah sikit. Okay, you study the company yang you nak apply nanti. How many of you have interest to join to buat internship di government? Putri? Yang lain tak nak? Okay, mana-mana pun present yourself well. Okay, start with this, writing communication. Okay, resume you will tell who you are. Okay, macam kita government, kita ada buka untuk PSH, macam apa ni? PSH tu, nombor telefon kat mana, ni kat mana, susahnya you nak tengok. You jangan expect orang kerja HR memang, oh yes madam, yes. Kita interns. Kita ada interns sekarang. I think UiTM will be sending interns somewhere in September. I discussed with not Lendu, I discussed with Rembau, and we do offer. Okay, sure. Lepas habis ni nanti kita boleh discuss. Okay?
Boleh.
Issue dalam you punya resume, and then please don't forget your cover letter. You will need, call it cover letter dulu, whereby you send your letter and then you attach ataupun you punya ni with your resume. Tulislah dalam email tu sikit. We receive application then empty. Tajuk pun tak ada. You expect what? I buka the attachment, buka satu-satu, korek cari siapa? No, that is not the right way. This reflect who you are. Okay? This is part of communication yang sometimes we don't realize. Ni talk bina ni pun 56 orang. Okay? Nowadays, the world is very challenging and very competitive. Okay? So show the best of you. Letak je lah, simple je cover email tu. Okay? Kalau you rasa you are good in English, you tulis English. Kalau you rasa you tak confident English, tulis je bahasa Melayu. Tak ada isu. Bina ni mungkinlah ada yang tak berminat, dia keluar kalau dia tak minat. Okay? So the language is tak ada masalah. Language is a tool that you use to send your message je. Okay? Sekarang language lah, tapi dia ada lagi lah. Sekarang dia ada medium lain, WhatsApp, semua tu pun akan send you punya message. And the last stage is interview. When you go to interview session, okay, sekarang I tengok resume you, wow, okay, this is great. Ahmad apa nama you keluar Ahmad je. When you put your full name, nampak Ahmad, nampak Putri, nampak Nur. Okay. Bila I tengok ni cover letter semua, you have been shortlisted. Okay, Hafiz pun shortlisted semua. I call for interview. Okay, again, you want to sell yourself. You want to be bold. Okay, you want to show the best of you. This is one of the best time because after kita dah tengok you punya written communication skill. Now kita tengok you punya verbal, non-verbal pula. Okay, ini pun important. Okay, tak salah kalau you nak pergi tengok kat YouTube ke, tak salah kalau you nak study more about this, okay, for your own need. But don't stress too much lah on all this thing. It come naturally. Okay, it come naturally. I rasa the best tip that one of my student gave me dulu adalah practice depan cermin. That is the best tip yang I nampak. She did. Tapi tak semua lah, tak semua boleh pada kita. Kalau you rasa you good cakap apa ni dengan practice with your friend, you practice with your friends, okay? Whichever yang you rasa comfortable with, okay? Don't go for friends yang sentiasa condemn you. That's where you punya confidence level akan drop a little bit, okay? And then find the best ni lah, person to you share with benda ni, whatever yang you rasa you need to improve before the interview session, okay? Okay, next. Good communication skills juga help you to advance in your career. Bila you faham the instruction given to you, you are able to deliver betul-betul, then you have this productivity. Okay? You will be an effective punya employer, okay, ataupun an effective team member. Kalau tak faham, masalah dari awal komunikasi tadi tu, cakap bisik-bisik. Okay? Use perkataan jargon yang bombastik. You tak faham tapi malu, baru kerja sebulan, nak tanya malu. Tak tanya, tak faham nak suruh buat apa. But that is jargon in their area, in their field. You pun tak biasa. So you try to be part of them by buat je konon-konon you faham tapi sebenarnya tak faham. So that is problem dalam communication. Tanya. Then again go back yang masa saya cakap tadi, don't ask stupid question. Itu buat orang rasa tak comfortable with you dan kurang lah dari segi teamwork. Okay? And when you have good communication skill ni, you akan dapat trust. You akan build trust dengan kawan you. Okay? Dalam you punya colleague dan juga you punya organisation. Okay, and then you can be a valuable asset. Okay, for example, kita tengok yang apa, Atikah punya idea semua sentiasa diterima. Kita suruh Atikah je lah present. Okay, so when Atikah buat, okay, think of that. You nampak macam benda simple. Sometimes when we become very emotional, benda ni yang akan affect our career sebenarnya. Okay, try to be as professional as you can. Okay, tak kisahlah dalam industri apa yang you akan pergi nanti, dalam nak internship kat mana pun nanti. Okay, okay, I think this is the last point of the power of communication. Okay, for quite some time ataupun be in a team for quite some time, you dah boleh boleh differentiate between a real situation dengan yang reka-reka ni. I mean, then you're able to understand your friend well, so you know whether this is reka-reka ataupun this is the real one. Okay, so that's why you have to have this empathy. Sympathy pun kena ada juga. Sometimes not until empathy, just sympathy je. It depend on situation. Okay, and then engage. You engage dengan masa you kerja nanti. These are all very important lah. Okay, unless you choose kerja yang like designer, graphic designer, itu mungkin lah you kurang communication skill yang secara face to face ni, but you might be very good at visual communication. You believe in yourself, you ada strength you masing-masing, you go for the strength tu, polish strength tu. Okay, jangan rasa down with that and pressure. Don't give pressure pada benda-benda yang macam tu. Okay, and then you understand. You must have this understanding. Okay. The next one. Okay. A good communication can maintain strong relationship, working relationship at all level. Okay, this is very important lah. Bila you know, bila you nak start a conversation, bila you nak interject ataupun bila you nak object. Objection is okay. Okay, tak ada masalah. In some industry, in some working environment, they need objection. Bila you ada orang yang membangkang and then you object, you come up with solution. Jangan nak semua nak objection. Tak setuju, tak suka, tak setuju, habis apa je. You come up with your solution at least. Okay, cadangan. Come to respect. When you listen, okay, you earn the respect. Okay, you earn the respect and then you kena lah macam calm, consistent, confident. These are all the terms lah that it's very common in communication. Cuma when you practice tu, sometimes we didn't realize that we are practicing it. Okay, then you kena belajar to improve yourself. Okay, the next one. Okay, as you know, kita ada verbal, non-verbal, written and visual. I have touched all secara prinsipalnya. Okay, kita tak sengaja sometimes. Again, I serve you coffee. I know it's 3:30 sekarang ni. Semua mengantuk. I don't know what time you sleep last night. So it's normal. Waktu macam ni adalah waktu minum kopi. You will need to have this. Okay, kalau you rasa you mengantuk, you need coffee. Bila you kerja nanti, kalau ada meeting petang, okay, make sure your coffee is ready. Otherwise mood you akan lari. Okay, bila mood you lari, you dah start nak angin-angin, semua tak kena. So it affect you punya kerja. Okay, so you know, you start to analyse dari sekarang. Tapi minum air masak bagus, Hafiz. Good for your kidney. Okay, but you need to know all this. You nampak macam kita tak tahu whether it's communication ke apa. You tak put all this thing in your textbook ke dalam mana-mana dia syllabus pun sebenarnya. It's how you practice and then you analyse yourself, your situation, your strength, and then you know. Tapi your weakness tu can be your strength sebenarnya kalau you tengok in a different angle. It depend on who you cakap, who you tanya, who you punya circle hari-hari. Okay, kalau you rasa insecure, maybe you need to find group kawan yang baru yang lebih positif. Okay, hari ni kita tak ada pilihan lah, memang group 5B ni you tak boleh lah, esok nak tukar 5C, lusa nak tukar 5B, tiba-tiba nak naik SEM 6 dah, tak boleh lah. You have to ni, rasa zaman I dulu pun sama. Tapi this is you punya learning punya proses lah. Masa ni you belajar tengok behavior. Okay, okay, nanti kita belajar macam-macam lagi, psikologi, sosiologi, semua kita boleh belajar. Okay, so apa yang last part yang I emphasize is the visual communication, which is very important untuk zaman bekerja sekarang. Okay, Yang ini kalau I mengajar 1 semester. Visual communication. Ya, 1 semester. Bukan produk je. Don't think about product. Services. You nak market yourself ni. In the next future, you nak apply for internship. You tengok apa marketing strategy you from now. Are you going to sell your muka cantik je? Okay. Put lah resume tu muka senyum cantik, lipstick cantik, bulu mata semua. Are you going to sell that? Are you going to sell education you punya background, education background? You highlight lah kat, you can have like box with different color to highlight your resume, which part. Yang itu kita nampak macam beauty part ataupun grafik sahaja. Sometimes it go beyond. Contoh you're using yellow. Some employer, I can say employer sebab you dah part 5 dah kan. Some employer akan rasa apalah resume warna kuning, sakit mata. You have to think of this. This is visual communication that don't communicate physically. It's physical, it didn't communicate formally lah, macam it's secara tak langsung, okay? So it's critical element in marketing strategy. You tengok lah, you sell coffee. You tengok berapa banyak coffee shop sekarang, hipster, coffee hipster kan? Semua nampak macam sedap. Adakah semua sedap?
No.
Ya ke Akilah, semua sedap tak?
Sedap.
Hipster tu. Sedap.
Sedap but overpriced.
Oh ya. Tapi you tak kisah pun overpriced tu, you tengok visual dia, you tengok iklan dia, you tengok yang viral je, you akan pergi cuba lah kan? Betul? So that is what marketing strategy, visual that sell. That is communication. Okay? And then how you portray ataupun how you position your product. Whether you position it as a hipster coffee ataupun affordable kopi, what is the name of the kopi? Kopi gantung. No. Ikat tepi. Apa? Kan?
Ikat tepi.
Yes, kopi ikat tepi. That's how dia position dia punya produk. Oh, ikat tepi je mustahil mahal-mahal, mesti murah je kan. Pergi-pergi sampai dengan teks lah apa macam kejadah semuanya sekali, satu kopi RM12 juga. Tapi nama ikat tepi. That's how they market. You know, this is communication. These are all communication. Tapi don't talk about the marketing strategy dari segi pricing dan juga dari segi volume of selling lah. Okay. But what I want to emphasize here is communication. This is very important no matter dalam apa-apa field yang you enter nanti. Kalau you have your own business lagi lah. Okay, you have to think of all these things. You tengoklah dekat TikTok, I believe semua you ada TikTok, ada Instagram Reel semua tu kan. Macam Instagram dia move from visual to video. Which is lagi ni lah nak be competitive dengan TikTok kan. Whereby TikTok sell fast. Okay, so these are all visual, communicate with you punya the target audience. Okay. In your case, you tengoklah, when you want to market yourself, nak cari tempat internship, nak cari kerja nanti, what is your visual communication? First visual communication is your resume. Dalam resume tu ada dua, satu visual communication, satu written communication. The written communication is the information that dalam your resume, the visual is how your resume looks like masa kita tengok. Okay? You tengoklah dalam PDF, lepas tu you tengok bila I print. Normally kita kalau masih guna print paper punya ni, kita print lah, nak tengok senang, nak jot down. Okay, ni okay, ni okay. Ni anak 3 dah tak payah, nanti selalu ni. Okay, ini semua ni tak payah, ni tak payah. Okay, it depends kan kita nak jot down kan. So that is visual. Okay, sekali tengok dah lah you tulis font dia warna merah yang striking, merah pula tu. You expect what? I buka baca satu-satu. Dah pakai cermata lagi, nak suruh pakai apa? Kantar lagi ke? Okay. So, okay, gambar is visual communication. Yes, gambar you. Nak pakai tudung macam mana? Hafiz, you ingat buat lawak. I terima tau resume macam tu. Macam tu. Boleh. You nak minta kerja. Okay. Minta elok-elok, buat proper. Esok dah dapat kerja pun, maintain the professionalism. Okay, itu je. Setengah orang cakap dah dapat kerja esok tak kisahlah macam mana pun kan. Tapi you have to maintain lah all these things. Okay, sebab dia create who you are sebenarnya. Okay?
Puan,
Ah,
I'm sorry, but we have 2 minutes left before the event ends.
okay. So I will go as fast as I can. Kita ada berapa lagi? Sekejap tak banyak dah ni, dah hujung-hujung dah.
Okay, Puan.
Okay, sikit je Okay, facilitate easy and quick interpretation of information just like I said your resume tadi lah. I tak nak lagu terlalu jauh sangat, so yang paling dekat dengan you is you're preparing your resume untuk you punya internship and you punya kerja insyaAllah. Okay, so it is interpretation of information. Kadang-kadang kita tak read your resume, sometimes kita skim je dulu. Okay, untuk kita dalam proses untuk shortlist tu kan. So kita tengok. Okay, next. Because our brain love processing images. Betul kan? Betul tak? Ada ke seorang suka baca ABC? Tengok ABC. Number? Kita suka tengok image kan? Okay, I tanya you all. Facebook dengan Instagram, which one yang you all prefer?
Instagram.
Okay, apa TikTok and YouTube, which one?
TikTok.
Sebab apa?
Seronok.
Video.
Video trending.
Okay. So I rasa yang buat syllabus nanti kita boleh tukar. It is because our brain love processing images ni, kita tambah sekali dengan video. Sebab video very ni lah interesting because you ada audio. Tambah pula ada voice over kan. Ada voice over. Lagilah menarik. Okay. So the next one. Itu je lah. Sebenarnya I just nak share experience je lah dengan you all sebenarnya, tapi we have to have structure dalam any presentation. So that's why I come up with 3 segment macam tadi. Same goes to you. Macam kenapa I letak gambar banyak-banyak dalam slide tu, selalunya bila kita buat face to face presentation lah especially, you will be attracted to the visual. Okay, the visual will help my presentation and the visual will help your presentation in the future. Okay, so you have to consider this and choose the right color punya scheme lah. Okay, don't go for yang striking, okay, yang sakit mata. Okay, with that I would like to end my sharing session hari ni. I don't want to call it as presentation, a sharing session hari ni, and I hope you gain something from my session, and I hope that I'll be seeing you in the future as in trainee ke ataupun as government officer ke, insyaAllah, or I will buy your product ke if you are doing planning to have your own business, your own product, insyaAllah. Just focus. Now it's time for you to focus and then find what is your strength and then polish. Okay, everything is about communication sekarang ni. Semua sekeliling you, including what we are doing right now. Okay, with that, thank you very much. And kalau boleh nak tanya soalan, I am okay with that. Kalau boleh, we can proceed to the next. And you can take my details nanti from the organizer kalau you ada soalan nak tanya apa-apa lagi. Okay?
Alright, Puan Betty.
Yes, okay.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. Alright, thank you, Puan NURBAITI BAKHTIR, for the input just now. It is surely a piece of eye-opening information on how an individual can communicate more effectively. Next, we will continue with the Q&A session. Audiences may ask questions in the chat box below, or you may simply unmute your microphone to ask any questions. The question will be addressed by our speakers shortly after. So, boleh tanya soalan? Anyone kalau nak? Wardina Mir Azhar asked, "Hello Miss, is there any active program in Malaysia for introverts or low confidence people to build self-confidence when communicating with people, especially strangers?"
Okay, thank you. What is the name just now? Wardina.
Wardina.
Okay, I have to let you all know that I am not aware of all program in Malaysia organized by government ataupun private sector, but they are. Okay, you can explore by, tapi to me, when it come to this type of program, it is not necessarily be introvert program, organized specially for introvert. Actually, you can explore apa yang you minat and then you participate dalam activities yang you minat tu. Contohnya you minat hiking. Kan sekarang orang suka hiking kan. Okay, you be in that community. Okay, you rasa you introvert, right? Okay, you nak build you punya confidence. You be in that group yang you suka. Okay, secara tak langsung you akan polish you punya skill kat situ. Socializing skill, you punya speaking skill semua kat situ, ataupun you punya apa ni, how you interact and respond to others, sebab you dalam group yang sama minat dengan you. Okay, it helps. And sampai satu point you akan rasa you ada banyak knowledge about that. Believe me, okay? Kita started as a beginner. Sampai satu point, bila orang cakap je pasal hiking, you rasa, wow, I am good at. You boleh cakap benda tu. So it started as you rasa you memang introvert, okay? You tak minat bercakap dengan orang, you tak suka berinteraksi dengan orang, you don't like to respond to others. Walaupun cikgu tanya ke, mak tanya ke, siapa tanya ke, you don't really, bukan seorang yang macam tu lah, okay? Tapi you suka hiking, you go berkawan dengan that particular group. Okay, you mingle dengan group tu, then you buat activity together and it will help. Not necessarily be you attend particular program organized for that particular group. Sometimes kita ni, community kita ni bukan Malaysian je, kita community, kita manusia ni, kita suka being skeptical about all these things. Okay, you just imagine that we are having a program, a special program specially meant for apa ni, for this is just an example for disabled punya orang. Itu different. Okay, sekarang ni kita boleh communicate, kita just tak suka, kita boleh mingle around, kita boleh bergaul, cuma kita bukan jenis yang suka macam tu. Maybe we don't have confidence. Why? Sebab kita tak boleh nak respond, orang tu macam tahu lebih banyak, kita tak tahu. That's why I said buat aktiviti dalam yang you minat dulu. Let's start from there. Not necessarily be you cari program that is meant for that. Tak semestinya. Tapi I tak ni lah. Cuma I rasa untuk self-improvement program ni memang ada lah. Cuma some of the program are paid program ataupun apa ni macam community punya program lah. But I betul-betul tak aware lah of that program yang untuk introvert macam tu. But I can give you ideas macam tadilah on how you can apa ni improve you punya self-confidence melalui aktiviti yang you suka, to slowly develop you punya apa ni self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay, any other question? Okay, is that okay, Wardina? Thank you Miss for the helpful answer. Yeah, kalau you rasa you suka makeup tu, you go pergi yang untuk apa MUA punya tu kan. Now you go for that ni. Try to improve yourself. Sampai satu level you akan rasa I am expert at that. So I can speak. Satu hari UiTM akan invite I untuk cakap pasal itu. Okay? So bila you dah sampai that level, you automatically you dah bukan, you tak ada dah rasa insecure tu. Okay.
As we're running out of time, that is all of the questions that we're going to take. So once again, I would like to thank Puan NURBAITI BAKHTIR once again for all the answers, and I hope all the questions that arise have been cleared out. As we come towards the end of our webinar, I hope all the inputs given to us by Puan Betty have provided all of us with useful insights and information on effective communication. And now we will proceed with the photography session. Therefore, I would like to ask everyone for their cooperation to turn on your camera in this session. Okay, so if everybody is ready, we'll be taking the first one in a formal way. So 1, 2, 3, smile. Informal photo. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you once again to Puan Betty for joining our photography session. And with the end of the photography session just now, we have reached the end of the effective communication webinar. And now I'll be passing over the floor to Saudari Putri for the next agenda for the night.
Thank you, Saudari Adlina. Hi everyone, my name is Putri, and let's continue with our next agenda for the evening, which is the Kahoot session. To all participants, we have prepared a chance for you to win a prize money. The third place winner, he or she will win a cash prize of RM10 ringgit. The second place winner will win RM15 ringgit. And finally, the first place winner, he or she will win RM20 ringgit. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? So, first, let me give you a quick rundown of our Kahoot session. Please input your student ID for your UiTM students and your nickname for other participants during the quiz session. After answering all the questions, to all the winners, please screenshot the leaderboard ranking as a proof. I repeat, please screenshot the leaderboard ranking as a proof and do contact our committee right away. The link will be given now in the chat box. And also,
Hold on, just to pause. There was a problem with the photography session. If you guys don't mind, can you please turn on your camera once again, and we'll do the photography session once more. Is everybody ready from my team? Okay. We'll do a formal photo first. All right. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, a second one. 1, 2, 3, and smile. And last one, an informal photo. 1, 2, 3, and smile. All right, it's all.
Hafiz punya sama je pose dia. Semua macam tu, semua macam tu.
All right, Putri, you can proceed with the Kahoot session again.
So, back to the last part. To all the winners, please screenshot the leaderboard ranking as a proof. I repeat, please screenshot the leaderboard ranking as a proof and do contact our committee right away. The link will be given now in the chat box. Do click on the link now, or you can also scan the QR code presented on the screen. Do answer the question carefully and to your best abilities. Okay? Good luck, everyone. Let's go. Hurry up, everyone. We will begin our session in a minute.
$30 seconds to go.
Faster, everyone. So I think we should start now.
Yeah, I think we can start now.
Okay.
The first question.
Read the question carefully, okay?
It is a multiple choice question. Good job to both.
Next question.
Good job to the 25 participants.
Bo is still leading. Third question, everyone.
What are the types of communication? You can pick more than one, I believe, for this question. Good job to those who clicked on all four.
Oh, Shah is leading now.
Shah's in the lead. Once again, you can click more than one answer for this question. Shah is still in the lead.
Fifth question.
50-50 chance.
True or false?
True. Shah is still in the lead.
20 ringgit, Shah.
Another true or false question.
The second last, right?
Yep, second last question. Good job to the 37 people who got it right. Shah is still in the lead.
So last question, guys.
Last question.
Congratulations to the top 3.
Congratulations to
Third
people.
place goes to People. Second place goes to Ash. And the first place goes to Shah. Congratulations to enhance your knowledge and understanding. To those who didn't make it, don't worry. You can always try again tonight during our second session. Thank you for participating, everyone. This is all from me, Putri. And now back to our MC, Saudari Adlina.
Thank you once again, Saudari Putri, and congratulations once again to all the winners and participants. Please do not forget to contact our committee to receive your prize. And now, before we end our webinar tonight, I would first like to ask Saudara Hafizuddin to present the video on the recitation of Doa Rabita.
اللهم إنك تعلم أن هذه القلوب قد اجتمعت على محبتك والتقت على طاعتك وتوحدت على دعوتك وتعاهدت على نصرة شريعتك فوثق اللهم رابطاتها وأدم ودها واهدها سبلها واملأها بنورك الذي لا يخبو واشرح صدورها بفيض الإيمان بك.
Thank you for the presentation of Doa Rabita, Saudara Hafizuddin. Before the webinar ends, I would like to ask everyone here to scan the QR code presented or click the link to the Google form for the feedback on this evening's webinar on self-improvement, which will be posted in the chat box. Further, I would like to remind everyone and all participants to not forget to click on the registration form for your attendance. Do fill in now as it will be closed shortly. And now, finally, on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank everyone for attending this evening, and I would like to apologize for any mistakes made throughout the event. And thank you once again to Puan NURBAITI BAKHTIR for being our beloved guest speaker for this evening's webinar. And that is all from me as your MC for this evening. Thank you and have a great evening, everyone. Bye and stay safe.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Puan.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Nice one lah, guys. Very good job lah.
Wait, sorry, though. I had problems with my microphone.
Congrats, guys.
Sorry.
Congrats, everyone.
School.
Congrats, everyone.
Congrats.
Congrats, guys.
Yeah.
Center satu.
Is bangun.
Apa?
Kenapa awak sangat tutup question? I nak tanya soalan.
Kita orang dah over.
Apa dia tak dengar?
Lebih masa lah, Man.
Dah over the time.
Oh.
Sorry.
Baru I nak tanya soalan.
Soalan pun menarik lah. Aku tanya.
Korang.
Apa?
Siapa yang menang tu?
Tak dengar.
Take note jap siapa yang menang tu.
Siapa tadi?
Afifur.
Puan.
Dah
Nombor satu Afifur. Nombor satu Afifur Rifki.
Please and dekat YouTube live.
Nombor 1 Syah lah.
Nah, kalau memang nervous,
Syah tu Syara.
Itu Syara, so tak valid sangat.
Tak.
So ambil 2, 3, 4.
Tak boleh kalau kroni.
And dekat YouTube live.
Kroni sangat tu.
Dengar tak and dekat YouTube live.
Congrats Adlina.
Thank you.
Ya bodoh tak.
Dah meeting still ada.
Orang ni.
Okay, 2 hours.